Call to order the May 4th, 2016 meeting of the Township Council for the Township of Lopatcong. Let's see. All right. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided, indicating the time and place of the meeting in accordance with Chapter 231 Public Laws of 1975 by advertising a notice in the Star Ledger, or the Star Gazette rather, and the express times, and by posting a copy in the bulletin board in the municipal building. We need to come out of executive session, and then you do your recap. All right. Motion to come out of executive session.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye. Council is in executive session for an hour and a half. Topics of discussion are as listed on your agenda. Number 1, attorney-client privilege, LAA matter. Number 2, personnel, tax and sewer department. Number 3, personnel, DPW. Number 4, litigation, sewer litigation. Number 5, co-litigation update. Minutes from executive session will be available at such time as the need for confidentiality no longer exists.
Thank you. Moment of silence and prayer. Okay, Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Roll call, please.
Councilman Beltrán.
Here.
Councilwoman McCabe.
Here.
Councilwoman Schneider.
Here.
Council President Pryor.
Here.
Mayor McKay.
Here. I'm going to change the order a little bit here to do the bills list now because the CFO had requested that she's not feeling too good today and I don't want to leave early. So if we could go to the bills list.
We have a copy.
You all should have it.
It's on the last page.
Yeah.
Can I just have a minute to look at it? Because I haven't looked at it yet.
Yes, certainly.
Thank you.
Has everyone had sufficient time to look at the bills list?
Yeah, I just have a question, if you don't mind, a couple, if you could just jog my memory. D. Francesco Bateman, PC.
Yes.
Who are they?
They represent the
That's attorney.
town clerk, yes.
No, that's attorney.
Yeah, town clerk.
Pardon me?
The town clerk.
Clerk.
Yeah.
Okay. Francis Haydu, it says B&G and Pool
Francis
for
Haydu.
$670 on the first page halfway down.
Yes, I see that. Can I get back to you on that one? I'm sure it's
Okay.
just a reimbursement. I'm pretty sure it's just a reimbursement, but I can get back to you on that one.
Okay. Winiger, Wilhelm, Glynn, and Rome.
True public defender.
That's our public defender.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it for me. Thanks.
Vendor 3628 under the sewer operating account. I'm going to recuse myself on that particular bill.
Phil, so you just jot that down when you're taking a roll call that he's staying.
Which,
For
which,
that
which?
one item in Hoboken.
Johnson, Murmuray, and
Johnson,
Thompson
yeah.
under the sewer operating
Yes.
fund.
This one. Okay.
Okay. All right. So the monthly list of bills aggregates this month $3,111,000, $387.52. This is a large month because I believe we paid the school and the county this month. And plus we did have to make a payment into the sewer to Phillipsburg. So but that was the sewer account. Anyhow, there's some big things in here. That's why it's so high. Okay. Motion to close. Motion to approve the bill list, yeah. Do I have a
Motion.
Yeah, second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Valcarro?
Yes.
Councilwoman McKay?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Pryor?
Yes?
Mayor McKay?
Yes. Okay, so we went out of order to do bills list. Now we're going to go to public comment agenda items only. Motion to open the floor to public comment agenda
Motion.
items only. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
The meeting is open for public comment agenda items only. Are there any questions? Comments? No. Hearing none and seeing none, as for, we'll close the public comment agenda items only. Move on to old business. First item under old business, approve.
Joe second. Do we need a motion to close? No. Did we do a motion to open? We don't
We
have
did a
to.
motion to open.
Oh, then do a
All
motion.
right, technically, all right. Motion to close.
Since you opened.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Old business item 1. Approve executive and regular session minutes of March 21 and April 6, 2016.
And
I believe that Mr. Pryor has a,
I'm going to suggest we table the executive minutes of March 21st. There's an entry that I don't think is correct in there.
can you let us know where? Are we going to discuss that next meeting?
There's a discussion about COA and the COA litigation and kind of like the discussion we had tonight. And some of the numbers were just not accurate in
Okay.
the description. So
Okay,
all right.
because it's an executive session, normally I would say just publicly say what they are. We'll record
but
it on the
because it's
record.
executive, we're not.
Because it's,
we can't.
and
Right,
that's not here. So this way,
Yeah.
I told Joe he could just email it to her. That way, just bring it all back new for next.
okay,
Just that once. You can
Okay.
approve. If you're making a motion, I would recommend the motion is everything on the list but the executive session from the 21st.
okay.
Okay, that motion, do I have a motion? Katrina just gave the motion.
No, motion.
What's
I'll
the
make the
motion to
motion.
table or the?
To approve the other minutes, table the executive of March 21st. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
You read April 6th, but you did not read the minutes of April 27th.
What?
That's included. I said everything was written down.
April 27th. No, that's not in this list.
No, because we get the agenda on our desk when we walk in, and
Yeah.
it's different than the one that we've gotten emailed.
That's
So
right. It's
everything is
impossible to do
different on
this
it.
way. It really is.
It's updated.
Yeah, it's updated for me. All right, yeah, that also includes April 27th. So the minutes, the regular session minutes of March 21st and April 6th, and the special meeting of April 27th is what we're approving, right?
And the executive session of April 6th.
Oh, yeah, executive session of April 6th, approving those. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, roll call.
Councilman Valcarro?
Yes.
Councilwoman McKay?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
I have to recuse myself from April 27th because I was not in attendance. And I don't know if I need to do this, Katrina, the second portion of our executive session for April 6th, when you went back into executive session.
Yeah, just do the second
Yeah, and just the first portion, I have to recuse myself from. Yes for everything else.
Okay. Council President Pryor
Yes.
and Mayor McKay.
Yes. All right. Item 2, ordinance number 2016-10, second reading and public hearing to mandate direct deposit for municipal employees. It's a second reading, so we have to go into public comment.
You open it up
Yeah.
for public hearing.
We open it up for public hearing. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, it's open for public.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, now we're open for public hearing on this matter. This is the matter of mandating direct deposit for municipal employees. Just it's an economic thing to do it that way. All right. Yes, comment.
You have to come up,
Come
Brian,
up, state
please.
your name and address for the record.
Who are you?
Some of my part-timers don't want to do it. All right, direct
There's an
deposit.
exemption for seasonal.
Well, there is, they don't
Yes.
have to
It's
put
right
it
in the, seasonal, so this way the pool employees, your season, yeah.
And also, if there's any full-time employees or part-time employees that don't want it, there's a sentence in there that says if you are against it, to please talk to the CFO and see if there's an arrangement that can be made out.
Okay, with just
Yeah.
part-time, say, well, then I just won't work with you. That's what you can do to me. So I just
Well, and
want
the
to make
pool,
sure.
by the time you get them set up with a direct
Yeah,
deposit,
they don't get it.
Okay.
they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Motion to close,
Motion.
second.
Second.
All
All in
in
favor?
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ordinance 16,
Motion
what?
to
To approve it.
Oh, motion to adopt.
Motion.
Second,
Second.
roll call, please.
I just have a question. Janice, to auto deposit, if an employee chooses not to, what is the steps they have to take?
Well, I had read the ordinance Katrina put forth, and it says that you have to go to the administrator, and then she'll take it to the council. So I assume
So
that
that's
it
come
might
back
be
to us again.
a note, yeah, a note, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
possibly.
like to seek it, unless you're seasonal or part-time. If you just don't want to do it,
Right.
then you have
You
to
know,
come and
I
ask.
just, I'm one for one, not forcing something on someone,
Oh, yeah.
and I have to give them a choice, obviously. But for them to follow all these steps here, to go to the administrator and then come back to us, and then we have to approve something that the person does not, for whatever personal reasons, they don't want to automatic deposit into their accounts. And I like to, that's a private, issue.
Yeah, I think that if you just, I talk to me if I'm wrong, Katrina, maybe just a note stating not what you state, just you do not wish to have direct deposit, and just give it to Beth, and I'm
And it'll
sure
be granted to
that's
them.
acceptable.
And it's up to council. I think the reason that the CFO had asked for it was because the bank you were using was charging when you didn't use direct deposit. So the
Right.
town was, so they mandated it in this way. Most people will say, okay, and then if they don't want to, they can ask you and say, no, I really don't want to, and then you can say, okay. So,
This is the form, actually, the local finance notice, says that I can mandate it for everybody, but Katrina, I decided that, we don't want to force anybody, but it's better accounting as well. It cuts down on the checks, the charges, the outstanding checks, all sorts of lost checks. So it's from an accounting standpoint, it's better, but I don't want anybody to feel that,
but if you're concerned about a complicated process, the process could be, if you don't want to do it, you tell Beth, and she'll make a list of everyone who doesn't want to do it, and bring it, and if you have a reason why, you have a reason why. If you don't, you don't. And you can bring it to council, and you don't have to make it that day. I mean, you have to give them the exemption, but you don't have to make it an inquisition as to why don't you want that.
Right.
Council can decide what they want to do, but they do have to seek the exemption.
Right, I'm just looking forward, not just the council today, but council of tomorrow, and employees of tomorrow as well, if they do not wish.
Right.
But, I think they need to be notified at the time of hire that what their choices are. And what happens if they choose not to have auto deposit because of personal reasons.
Isn't the current process now, though, if you want direct deposit, you would just ask for that?
I think that there was no real set procedure to find out, but once you're here, find out. We're going to create something so that when someone's hired, there'll be paperwork.
I mean, I just
I'll work with
think
Beth.
we're sort of creating a lot of work for the employee who is at their job all day long, and now they've got to get here during work hours if they're not here already. Let's say it's DPW, and they've got to come in and make that. I mean, to me, the current process is if you want direct deposit, then you fill out a form and you do it. You don't have to get it approved by council. It just comes directly to you. So I feel like we're forcing something that, may not be something that everybody would like. And I think we're creating paper trail unnecessarily.
Well, when people are hired here or become on council, you get a packet for your pension information, right? Just fill out.
Right.
So it would be another form contained within, just stating that. And I mean, we could have something typed up that states the exit clause. And I mean, it's just basically people who, I don't know if everybody knew it was available, and it's much easier process to have it there. And I mean, we'll work on it. I mean, there's an exit clause. So.
And I think some of the employees who aren't currently using direct deposit have their paychecks.
It's an ordinance, it's open session.
Some employees, when I was first told about this and asked if there's anything to do, and back then there wasn't a statute that says you can mandate it. There's some employees that get one check direct deposited and the other check not direct deposited. So overtime checks and things like that.
Right.
So it's not necessarily these employees have a reason not to, do any of the paperwork. They were doing the paperwork for one check, they just don't want the other one. And so, but that's why we have this exemption, so you can keep them. And if this isn't working out, you can always rescind your ordinance. You don't have to do it, obviously. I'm not telling you legally you have to do it, but there is ways to make changes to it after the fact if it's not working out.
Well, we're not going to just hammer people and say it, but I mean, a lot of people actually have put their paperwork in and actually enjoying the benefits that didn't do it previously.
And it's for cost. It's not just because we feel like doing it. It's for cutting costs. And if we can cut some costs here and there and also provide a service maybe that people wouldn't have been inclined to do, once you get it, I think you actually like it.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Everybody's starting to enjoy it. So.
Right. No one's saying we're going to fire you for it.
Have we switched banks, and would this bank, in the past, banks have reimbursed us?
This is what we did. We went out and I looked for a new payroll company that was more municipal friendly. And within that, I have that the bank that we're banking with now will pay for $7,500 worth of it, and the bill is $8,000. Previously, the bills were $12, $13, $14, and they did not give as many services at all. This bank does. I mean, this payroll company does. So at the time of the switch, I thought it would be a good time to tell them they're switching, and all payroll facets we revisit. That's why we did this time.
Yeah.
I get the part where, it's a cost savings, it's convenient. I had it done with myself as well. It's easy. I'm just looking out for the privacy of the individual.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all. And that's my main concern, that for whatever reason, the person does not want his check deposited automatically, and that's his business, that he has a way out. That's all.
I think
It's in there.
way was
There is a way, and no one says you have to give your explanation. It's not any of our businesses. It's
I think we should do it
But I
at
think-
executive session if we were going
But
to do something like that as well.
However, I don't think it should come before council, and council makes that decision. I
Right,
think that you should be able to sign, yes,
Right.
do an auto deposit, or no.
right.
It's that simple. It doesn't need to go to the administrator, nor does it need to come for any reason before any mayor or council to make that decision.
Yeah,
That's all.
well, that's something Katrina put in there, and we can revisit with her if you want.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
and to just maybe strike that out or put.
Well, when I was writing it, well, this was a sample from somewhere else
Yeah.
too, but the reason I put some sort of process for exemptions is because if there's no process and you just opt out, then why would it be
Why we didn't have
mandatory?
the ordinance? Yeah, that's what my thought
That's
as
what
well.
people are doing now,
As well.
so. But if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I mean, you could just vote down the ordinance.
I think it's a bit cumbersome.
But people have already signed up.
Oh, yeah,
But they
everybody's-
signed up.
Right.
There
That doesn't
hasn't been any employee, except maybe one or two, and they've said they don't want it, and
It's
know
done.
the process, and
That's fine.
basically, we haven't put them on and they haven't filled out the paperwork, so.
So why do we need to get involved with the ordinance? I mean, I think we're just, again, we can vote.
Yes, we can.
We'll take a vote.
Councilman Belterra?
I'm not totally against it, but no.
We didn't do a.
Yeah, we
Oh, yeah,
did.
we stopped the
Yeah.
discussion, all right, yeah.
Councilwoman McKay?
No.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Pryor?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes. Okay. Ordinance 1612, second reading and public hearing, to establish the Finance Committee liaisons to departments and municipal engineer. We have to open this up to public hearing. Motion to open this up to public hearing.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, this is open to public hearing. Does anyone have anything to say about this matter? Essentially, what this did is that Township Attorney commingled three matters: Finance Committee, liaisons to departments, and the hiring of the municipal engineer, and put it into one ordinance. I don't know why, but that's what happened.
I think I explained 2 meetings why I recommend you do it that way. At any time, council could have voted to take them separately. We did it so you didn't have to advertise 3 separate ordinances 2 times, so it's saving you 6 advertisements. You only did 2.
All
And they're
right.
all administration items.
Does anyone else have any questions on these? Any comments? No? Okay, then we make a motion. I'll take a motion to come out of public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
I'll take a second.
Second.
All in favor?
No.
Oh, we have to do
Oh,
a
yeah,
vote?
I'm sorry,
What?
yes.
That's all in favor.
to
All in
come out.
favor?
No.
No?
I said no. All in favor.
You're not in favor of coming out of the
Yeah, you know.
discussion?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. Aye.
All right, now we have to do a vote on to adopt this ordinance. So,
I'll make that motion.
Second.
okay, any discussion? Again, I don't think these things belong together. I don't think that the council has the right to appoint a municipal engineer. I believe that is a mayoral responsibility. And so that's how I feel about these things. Anyone else? Okay.
I do know that it doesn't make it a council appointment. It's a mayoral appointment with advice and consent. Is that correct?
Yes.
Correct.
that's what
Yeah.
it is.
My understanding is that that position is purely just a mayoral appointment. So we will vote to adopt.
Councilwoman Belterra?
Yes.
Councilwoman McKay?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
No.
Council President Pryor?
Yes.
And Mayor McKay?
No. All right, ordinance 16.4 and 16.5. These motions were apparently, the microphones were not working, and Beth couldn't establish who made the motions in the seconds. These have to do with the borrowing of money to fix North Prospect Street, where there's a sewer problem, and to do some improvement work on South Second Street. The amounts of $50,000 and $300,000 respectively. So what we will do here is we will redo the,
Yeah, you.
so that we have a good,
This was the one where we were going through them pretty quickly, and you did motions, and you opened it, and then we missed one of the votes on to adopt, and we went back, and the tape cut out, and so she could hear the vote taken, so they were both approved, but she couldn't hear who made the motion,
All
who
right,
did.
so let's do it.
Because it's money, we're just gonna ratify them and do them again. can do it
Do I have a
before.
motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Belterra?
Yes.
Councilwoman McKay?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Pryor?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes. Item 5, USDA loan, amendment to owner-engineer agreement to approve additional work under the loan grant submitted by sewer engineer Dan Matt.
Come on.
Before he comes up, I'm going to recuse myself from this matter completely.
Completely, then you have to leave the room.
He doesn't have to leave the room.
I
but
say
he can-
completely.
Right, but it's a public hearing, so he can, if
Okay, I'm just
he chooses, he
making
can
sure we
sit
don't
back,
get screwed up.
but he doesn't have to leave because all of these people don't have to leave.
Sir,
No, just, this is a document that's required by the USDA to continue using the funds
yes.
that were allocated. We didn't use it all for the pump station, so there was about $1 million, $1.1 million left over. So that to do, this is for other projects that we plan to design and build in the town.
Correct.
So this is the cost for the engineering fees. It's based on a document from the Engineering Joint Council. It's based on a percentage of the construction costs, and that's the number that came up. I believe it's an upset number, or, we use up to that point. If we don't need it all, we won't bill it all, but that's a upset limit.
And that number is 326,000?
Well, that's the total for both jobs.
Oh, that's both jobs?
Yeah, so the up,
The increase is 148,000?
Correct.
All right.
And that covers design and construction inspections, things like that.
For those in the audience, this had to do with the grant we got from the federal government. And it's, part of it is grant, part of it is loan. We used about 2 million of it, right?
Roughly, yes.
Yeah, to do the work so far on the sewer system. Discussion was held some meetings back as to whether or not to use the remaining $1 million to kind of fix up all the little problems we have in the sewer system throughout the township. In as much as I think it's 20% of this is grant, or 20,
I believe it's 23%.
23%. So out of the $1,230,000 is grant, which they give us, and we have to borrow the rest. But it would be, kind of silly to let that go, because we don't get grants like that too frequently, and we need to do this work. So that's what we want to do. We want to get all the things fixed up that we know about in the sewer system that are problematic at this time. Okay, so what I wanted to do is we want to get the council to vote to approve this. All right, so I'll take a motion from the council to approve this.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second,
Can I have any discussion? Roll call.
Councilwoman Belkera?
Yes.
Councilwoman McKay?
yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Mayor Kay?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Resolution to approve permanent appointment of Jason Garcia as chief of police and Scott Vichy permanently as lieutenant in the police department. I'm assuming this is all passed through civil service?
Yes, so last month we were here and we swore them in as acting
Yes.
because we were still waiting for some paperwork from civil service. All of that paperwork has come in, and now you can officially appoint them as they're in their titles as it.
All right, so then with pleasure, I appoint these two gentlemen to their new positions in the police department, and I look for a second.
I'd like to second that. I watched Scott grow up, and I watched Jason wrestle in high school, so love to do that.
All right.
Just a quick question before we go any further. Do we have a copy of the resolution?
No.
Okay,
Making a motion.
okay, we don't
No,
need
you'll
it.
enter a contract with it, but this is just to,
This is just.
Okay.
Because I know that was.
Just want to make sure. Okay.
Okay, we have a second. We've had our discussion. Roll call.
we will memorialize it. I apologize. We'll put it on paper.
Okay, thank you.
Councilwoman Belkera?
Yes.
Councilwoman McKay?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Myers?
Yes.
Mayor Kay?
Yes. Next item, resolution to change term of planning board member who sits on the environmental commission to expire at the same time. The way that is now is that this individual has a term on the planning board that expires, I believe, in 2019, the end of 2019, but his environmental commission appointment expires in 2017, the end of the year. Now, the law requires that they have to coincide, so we have to make them coincide because it is the law, and that is correct. I looked at that, and we know it's true. So, I'll take a resolution to change the term of planning board member John Fox on the planning board to his termination date would now be 12/31/2017. Second.
Do we have a resolution number?
It's in the packet.
No, it's not.
Oh, it doesn't
blank.
have a number?
Yes, does not have a number.
They're not numbered.
Okay.
Okay. To be numbered.
Okay, who made the motion? Who made the motion? Did you make the second?
I will, second.
That's it. Okay, any other discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilman Valcarra?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCabe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Tyler?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes. All right, I don't know what this is, because I didn't get any paperwork on it, but I'll read it and then we'll talk about it. Authorize the mayor to execute a shared service defense agreement for the Signage 13, Somerset, Hunterdon, and Warren counties.
Mayor, at your last meeting, you authorized entering this shared service. This is the joint defense of all the municipalities in Hunterdon, Somerset, and Warren in your COA litigation.
Oh, this is for COA, it doesn't say COA, all right.
Yeah, no, I apologize. You,
All right.
you authorized the
Okay.
payment of the money. This is merely the agreement that the Visnage has put together. So you've already actually authorized the money. This is just the written, this is to authorize you to sign.
All right, I'll take a motion to so authorize.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilman Valcarra?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCabe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Tyler?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes. All right, next item, to approve the county sidewalk agreement as part of the Phillipsburg High School intersection improvement project. Apparently, this is for the maintenance of said sidewalk. Is that- All right. I'll take a motion to approve this.
I'll make
Motion.
that Motion.
Joe?
I'll
You
second.
got it?
Donna
I'll
seconded.
second.
Any discussion?
Joe Pryor.
Joe? Any discussion?
I assume this is a standard agreement? Paul?
Standard agreement, I received it, Katrina, just given a copy of the review, and I understand she's no problems with it. And this is a requirement of the road opening permit the county issued for this particular project.
I did review it. I have no problems with it. Phillipsburg got the same one, and they've already.
And it requires us to adopt an ordinance, not unlike we already have, correct?
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilman Valcarra?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCabe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Tyler?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes. All right, we're moving into new business. Resolution to approve payment plan for some employees to collect health benefit contributions from 2015 to date. Apparently, there were some employees where there was a glitch in how their health benefits payments were being collected. Is that correct?
They weren't.
They weren't being collected from payroll deduction?
Yes,
Okay, and we're in the process of making that work?
yes, with the new payroll, we already have the numbers and the information necessary, and I want to be able to work with the employees who have been affected by this issue.
Okay, we want to be certain that all employees get the benefits they're entitled to. I will take a motion to approve.
Motion.
I'll take a second.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilman Valcarra?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCabe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Tyler?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes. Second item, resolution to establish a change fund for pool operations in the amount of $700. This is like a petty cash for the pool. Okay. I'll take a motion.
Motion.
Take a second.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilman Valcarra?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCabe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Tyler?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes. Resolution authorizing redemption tax sale certificate 2014-062 on block 116.10, lot 8, C0138, and a premium in the amount of $4,420.55. Take a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilman Valcarra?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCabe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Tyler?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes. Item 4, proclamation for the Older Americans Month. This is Older Americans. Is that like me?
No.
Not Joe. Joe's.
There's no cutoff in here. I don't see it.
Okay, we're certainly glad to make that proclamation for older Americans this month. We'll take a motion.
Motion.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Councilman Montanaro?
Yes.
Councilwoman McKay?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Pryor?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes. Ordinance 1613, first reading to amend, revise, and supplement Chapter 7, Bills, Claims, and Voucher Approval to revise the procedure for the payment of claims. So this is an effort to formalize the mechanism by which one would put in for payment for a bill. Is that essentially what this is,
And
CFO?
also,
What?
how you authorize it at the meeting, so it takes out the reading of the list, the antiquated things that were in there that we weren't doing, it revises it.
Well, we still read the list. We have to approve the list.
You still have to approve the list, and the list
Right.
is still a public list.
Yeah.
You just don't have to read every item the way it read before. You were supposed to read expenses
All right, and we
and
never did that,
O&E.
and it would take a long time.
it was.
That was good 75 years ago when there were 8 bills. Yeah, I know. Okay, so take a motion to approve this.
Motion.
I'll take a second.
Second.
Further discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilman Montanaro?
Yes.
Councilwoman McKay?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Pryor?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes. Discuss a DOT application for funding for safe routes to school. I don't know if there's any documents on this other than I had sent something to Jason on that to maybe look into the grants. If there were grant possibilities for that. Now, why did this get on the list besides that?
Well, it's due at the end of June.
June 27th.
June 27th?
We have the
Right.
resolution adopted to support the filing of the application, and there is some work on this application over and above what you normally would have with a DOT
Right,
credit application. We also need to get support from the school district on this. That's part of this type of application.
They have representation here, so now we're working on this. Yeah, this is a really good thing if we can get some money. This makes bike lanes and all kinds of safe things for kids to get to.
You're going to do this, you're
Like
not
the
going to
school.
want to go into $100,000. It says federal money. There's a lot of paperwork associated with this type of grant application, so you're going to want to do something in the $300,000 to $500,000 range.
I think we should
Make
do
it
it.
worthwhile.
I think we should try and do it. I think this is something the township has long needed. We don't really have a lot of sidewalks in a lot of places. This would tie everything together, hopefully, so the kids could walk to school.
And the other thing, Paul, I understand it's limited to K-8
K
and
through 8,
below.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
We can't
Or
use it
two
for the high
elementary
school.
No.
Well, they could use the sidewalk if it's there.
But
No, but
the
it-
They
sidewalk
can't make a
there-
sidewalk into the school,
It wouldn't be,
to high
it
school.
Wouldn't be
but-
there at all.
has to tie into a
To the-
K-8 and below.
Yeah, well, kids are just walking the other way to go to,
It has to be within
Yeah,
2 miles of the school.
within 2 miles.
We wouldn't apply to the high school.
Well, okay. What kind of numbers are we thinking that it would cost us to make this application, Paul?
You're looking $2,500 to $3,000 to put this type of application together. That includes doing the process to get the application forms, reaching out to the Board of Education, collecting data from the Board of Education, working with the administration, and getting a resolution prepared.
Is your mic on?
It is, I apologize. What I indicated, this type of application would cost anywhere between $2,500 to $3,000 to prepare.
Okay. Thank you, Paul. Do you have anything further? I'm sorry.
Well, I guess my question was, do you have anything in mind of types of, Country Hills has sidewalks, so you'd be looking at other kind of traffic calming or lights, flashing lights, things like that. And Strikers, I guess Strikers has some gaps in sidewalks.
Yeah, Strikers has gaps.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have
Definitely.
to be careful on Strikers Road because we obtained a grant a few years ago at the request of the public on Strikers Road between Route 57 and Powderhorn Drive. And after we got the grant, the public said they didn't want the sidewalks. And luckily, the DOT allowed us to transfer the monies to 3rd Street, and we're able to not lose the monies and use them in some capacity here in the township. So to me, that was actually a logical area to put sidewalks, but the public did not see that after we applied for the
Paul?
grant application.
Further down by the fairgrounds, aren't there some sections there that have no sidewalk? That
There are
weren't
no-
the same as the first location that you were going to put them in?
The fairgrounds, that's well north, that's, in fact, some of the fairgrounds is at Harmony Township.
No, I mean on Strikers Road before the fairgrounds. Along Strikers Road. Yeah, like that down by
Yeah,
Vista Court, there's some spots.
quite a bit in the way of gaps,
Yeah.
so that could be a location.
Mm-hmm.
I think the idea would be to find the best way to protect the children walking to school, right? I mean, so that's,
Yeah, by the way, it could be multiple, the application could have multiple locations identified. I've had that in other projects of ours. So you could identify Strikers Road where Donna's talking about, and there could be some other area that there's a missing link, and you may also put that into the application.
Yeah.
okay, fine.
Would this
Yep.
require then the homeowners, the property owners to give some sort of easements or something? Because now, let's say they have front lawns that go straight to the curb, to the street. So if we're gonna be putting in a sidewalk,
It's a right of way.
is it in the right of
If it's
way?
in the right of way and topographically, it's fairly level and it wouldn't require any grading on the properties, and the property owner's consent would not necessarily be needed.
So now the property owner's gotta show their sidewalk. Okay.
I think it's a safe way. A lot of people walk and jog and walk to school up and down Strikers, and I think it would be a lot safer to have some sidewalks there, the way people speed up and down Strikers Road.
Yeah. The main roads, Red School, Strikers.
Do we need to authorize Paul to
Yes,
put together an application?
I think so, right? Because there's money involved. All right.
I'll make that motion.
All right, thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Vote, please. Roll call.
Councilman Valcarroll?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCabe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Pryor?
Yes.
Mayor Patino?
Yes. Mayoral appointments. I'm making the appointment of Gail Hicks to the Rent Leveling Board, and she was recommended by the Chair of the Rent Leveling Board, Ms. Huff.
That's a mayoral appointment with the advice and consent of the
Yes,
council.
that's why I'm putting the name out there for the advice.
I've seen Ms. Hicks volunteer for him. I think she's more than qualified, and I make that motion.
Second.
Agree.
Any further? Roll call, please.
Councilman Valcarroll?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCabe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Pryor?
Yes.
Mayor Patino?
Yes, and thank you, council, for that. Okay, I think we still have an opening now on the Rent Leveling Board because Mr. Mangucci, I believe you stepped down, so if anyone knows anyone that wants to be on the Rent Leveling Board,
Is it
please let
just,
them contact us.
just one opening?
One opening there. All right, we have an announcement that the Veterans Rally Point,
We have to do
Why don't you
one.
do number 8?
Because it's not on the
No,
agenda we were sent.
no excuse, it was on mine, I just didn't look at it.
Okay.
Authorized payment to Delane Contracting, the amount $8,095.23 for the work completed on the Route 57 pump station project. Motion,
Motion.
second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, again,
You have,
I had a connection with that way back.
okay.
It's probably best if I refuse.
Are they almost done?
Well,
It never gets done. It never gets done.
yeah, this money here,
They've paid a lot of bills.
this is due to extra work, okay? And there's two of them.
Defense?
It's a change order. One is the gate that we approved,
Yeah, the gate.
okay? And the second one, it includes the wireless flow meter transmitter that was requested by the
Phillipsburg, yeah, so they can report directly on the
Right.
flow. Okay, that's all good stuff.
And then in the next month,
Mhm.
in June, we'll do a final closeout in the contract with Dwayne.
So shouldn't P-Burger giving us?
All right, now we still have money coming back for the,
Well, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Next
we'll
month.
talk about that. All right. Motion to approve this payment of $8,000?
I motioned. Motion and second.
What? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then we did our talk. Roll call.
Councilman Valcarroll?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCabe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Mayor Patino?
Yes. Now the announcement. The Veterans Rally Point, May 29, 2016, 1 p.m. at the Municipal Park. From what I understand, there'll be a Black Hawk helicopter there to help with the festivities, and it should be a very nice thing. So we make that announcement to you. Council reports. Mr. Belcaro.
All right, I just mentioned, the bill that we just approved, and also the discussion of what you're talking about, the mayor's talking about is a credit for the Baltimore Street paving, and we'll talk at the end of the month about that one. But the second one, 98 Stonehenge Drive, I know that the history there with the water seeping through the ground was a mystery for a while. DPW went in there on a number of occasions and found no evidence of any leak coming from what they can see. However, it came up again, and it usually came up on the dry days when there was no rain for days, and just this mysterious event. So Chapman hired an emergency contractor. They excavated. They went down to the force main. They found no evidence of any sewage. So what they believe is that there's fluid that's been bubbling up from the surface. It's just plain groundwater. So in a nutshell, it's not sewer, so it's not a health issue, all right? And so they concluded, in that quote, it's not a sewage. So if it comes up again, it's just natural groundwater, and that's just mysteriously appearing. It comes and it goes, comes and it goes. Okay, so, we had a Chapman look into it, contractor dug into it, DPW, and this became an issue, obviously, because it was a reoccurrence, and Warren County was notified about it, so we had to act. So this is hopefully puts it to bed, and that's it. And that's I'll let North Prospect Sewer. I'll let Paul, you could probably elaborate on that, where we are with that today.
When we get the Paul's report, we'll do that.
Yeah, that's it. And I guess buried plastics as well. Thank you. And that's my report.
Thank you. Donna.
Okay, DPW, one of our newest full-time employees has just resigned effective May 13th. His name is Rick Kisselbach, and I had the pleasure of working with Rick when he was a seasonal employee and during his full-time employment here since January. We've lost a really great man today. He knew his stuff, and he did any job, whether, never thought it was beneath him, and some of the tasks he had were really pretty horrendous. So I will miss him, his work ethic, his smile every time I saw him in the DPW or on the roads or in the cold or in the snow. He was always smiling and always very cordial, so there's going to be some big shoes to fill here. He was a really great employee, and I'll miss him a lot. So for the record, I wish him a lot of luck in his new job.
Thank you.
One more.
Okay.
I just have something I'd like to report about, and I'll try and make it very quick. 2 weekends ago, an underage teenager came to my door suggesting I sign a petition. I asked his name and found out he's a high school student. I wonder if he was paid to do this or why he would go around as an underage voter, not eligible to vote, and petition for signatures. Just so everyone knows, it is a violation of election law to be under 18 and solicit signatures for a petition, because an underage teenager does not represent the voting public. This petition and the signatures may be challenged due to this violation, which brings me to yet another violation of election law. It has been brought to my attention that you, Mr. Pryor, have been soliciting signatures for a petition in the municipal building. It is an election law violation to solicit signatures for a petition in or around the municipal building, and you should know better than that.
Well, I will say, I did not solicit anything.
I'm not finished with my report.
I did not solicit anything within the municipal building.
Okay, I'm not finished with my report. As you know, Lopatcong has already violated this election law when the clerk did almost the same thing by soliciting residents to vote for specific candidates. So for the residents of Lopatcong, they may suffer a legal challenge because of this violation again. These residents didn't even know that this was a violation. Our residents should not be pressured into anything when entering this building. And to your response saying you never did that, our residents would not lie. And for a reason, someone telling me that, I can't imagine why the residents would lie about something like this. So again, it's put our township in the middle of possible legal challenges. And by the way, any member of the public could challenge this petition. That is my report. Thank you.
Maureen.
Okay, following up, I know we made the announcement, Veterans Rally Point, May 29th. It's going to be a big deal, so if you happen to be in town and you're around 1 o'clock up at the park, will be the ceremony. Many are invited. It's a big deal. Bill Nixon and his team and many volunteers have been working hard on this. 2 o'clock is going to be, I believe, the Black Hawk Landing. 3 o'clock, I believe there's going to be some softball games going on. So it's going to be a community event. There's going to be food. Hopefully it'll be a nice day and good weather and we can kind of just enjoy the weekend. Secondly, recycling. I'm in charge of recycling this year. We are working on a report. We've got an extension to file it because we're missing some documentation, but we're going to get that done and it's in progress. And as far as other recycling issues, Warren County is going to have a shredding event on May 14th, I believe it is. And I'm going to get that posted on our website. And there's a limit to how many boxes you can bring, but if you have documents that you want to get shredded, this is free to the public. There's another thing about medicine drop, which I believe I don't have that document with me, but I'll post that as well. If you have medicine in your cabinet and it's expired, it's in your best interest to get rid of it. This is the new thing that people are looking into. If you have teenagers in your home, some of them think it's funny to just take expired medicine and think nothing will happen to them. But there are medicine drop boxes in, I think, Peaburg Police Department, Hackettstown Police Department. I'll look into ours, see if they want to get involved. But that's seemingly the safest way to dispose of it. And by the way, that means you come in and you dispose, you do not take. So we'll look into, trying to get that set up and get some information out there for you.
County building has it too.
And the county up in Belvedere has it as well. So those are things we've got to kind of start keeping in mind. We've got a lot of teenagers in town and we've got to start paying attention and, try to be safe and do the smart thing. That's all I have for a report for today.
Thank you, Maureen.
You're welcome.
Mr. Pryor.
3 things. The sewer laterals, Lou and I were asked to look at that last month. I've distributed a updated policy for discussion. Brian's looked at it, Paul's looked at it, Dan's looked at it. It's nothing we have to do tonight. You got a month to chew on it.
Yes.
Hopefully we can adopt something next month.
It's kind of been a contention as to who's responsible for what when it comes to the underground pipes.
What's written gives you some history and it makes a proposal. We passed the ordinance on the store discount. Now we have to implement it. I'll be working with Beth and Rachel on how those applications get processed. And we hope to do that over the next month. The third thing is we've distributed an offer from POHAT for shared port services. That's on the table. And that should be discussed sometime in the near future.
Along with any other kind of discussions we could have with respect to the court, should we be the ones who survive? Should we invite other towns into it? I think this is an opportunity to find the best possible. I'm sure you agree. What way to do this?
Yeah, I think, I know the police would like to keep it here. The trick there is to find a partner, or you just keep it here without a partner. You have several options and they all have to be looked at.
Yes. Okay.
Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
if you don't mind, I forgot one thing. We have to make a motion to hire some seasonal workers with the DPW.
would you like to make that motion?
Yes, I would like to make a motion to hire 2, possibly 3 maximum seasonal workers as per the DPW contract. Effective immediately, it will be listed on the League of Municipalities and the Township website. So if you know anyone that's interested, please have them send their resumes in. Thank you. So motion to do
Motion, do I
that.
have a second to that?
Second,
Any further discussion?
seasonal employees, so no benefits.
No
That's
benefits.
correct. Okay, roll call.
Okay, Councilman Belfiore,
Yes.
Councilwoman McKay,
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider,
Yes.
Council President Schreier,
Yes.
Mayor McKay.
Yes. Okay, it's time for the engineer's report.
Thank you, Mayor. 2 things to report on. On the Phillipsburg High School roadway improvement project, the work did start last week during the middle of the week, and the contractor is off to a good start. He's working in what is known as Stage 1, which is the area in Lopatcong Township on the north side of Belvedere Road. And quite a bit of the curbing is installed at this time, and he's setting up the road widening area to be paved. The contractor has called the utility company, since the curbing is in right now, to arrange for the pole relocation work to start in that particular area. And I'll be following up with the utility companies, in a few days here to make sure that they have that request, and they're going to be scheduling the work accordingly. Most of the shop drawings that the contractor has submitted have been approved at this point, and they've been approved by both our office as well as the county engineer's office. The county engineer's office is also reviewing the shop drawings. The county engineer's office is also doing some spot checks during construction as well. They're keeping close tabs on this particular project. One issue did come up that I just want to bring to your attention, because they're ready to jump Belvedere Road and go onto the south side into the Phillipsburg area. There's a couple catch basins at the corner of Hillcrest that were determined to be in very poor condition. They were supposed to just be reset to the new grades. So those catch basins are going to have to be rebuilt. It's going to cost about $3,000 to do it. I did check with the county today to see if they had any availability with their road department to do it, and the answer was no. So I am going to be authorizing the contractor to replace those 2 particular catch basins. I'll try to find some savings within the job to try to offset those costs. If I cannot do that, then obviously that extra cost will have to be shared between the 3 parties that are involved with this interlocal agreement. So I will be authorizing that work to be done tomorrow. Any questions from the?
Yes, we had, I guess, been led to believe, or I was of the assumption that the county would waive their fees with respect to this project, given that it's for a school and given that it's a county road and we shouldn't be building this to begin with, in my opinion, but it is what it is. So have they come through with that, and are they inspecting and doing all their engineering work for free?
They're inspecting, and they're not charging for their inspections. They're also not charging for any administrative work, including review work on the project.
Because at the meeting, at the construction meeting, they had talked like they were going to, but they're not?
They're not.
Okay, that's good.
Hey.
That's good.
Hey, Tom, Mayor, are you saying you didn't want the road at all, or are you saying we shouldn't have paid for the road that was
Oh, I
necessary?
thought the county should.
But it was necessary, right?
Well, you have a school there. You gotta make a safe way into the school.
Right.
It's just a matter of, I don't think it was financially planned out very well.
Also the
That's my
county's, I apologize, Mayor. Yeah, the county is also going to be accepting the traffic signal at the conclusion of construction, and will be paying the electricity cost.
And the
for
maintenance?
signal. And the maintenance, that's my
Okay.
understanding, yes.
That's a decent number, yeah.
So none of the towns are going to be involved with that moving forward, once it's built and it's accepted by the county.
All right, thank you, Paul.
Also, just on what Councilman Belcaro referenced before, the North Prospect Street sewer project. As you may recall, we did obtain the easements last year. That project is fully designed.
Mhm.
We're hoping to get a quote below $40,000 to do that work, so we did not have to publicly bid that project.
Yes.
We have not obtained any quotes less than $40,000. I have to take a look at doing something to the plan to try to take some cost out of it. So that's what I'm involved with right now. The goal is to do that and get some quotes again and try to get this below $40,000 and get this project built. And
Okay.
Dan has that in his grant application. So the cost would be reimbursed by to the township in the future, which is a good thing.
Part of the cost, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Department reports. Do we have any department reports? I don't-
We're
Police
approving.
Department, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a new feature. I've asked the new chief that he might want to come in and report on what's going on in the police department. This is the first time he's doing it, so.
Good evening, Council.
Good evening.
Mayor. First, I'd like to thank you for your support, and I look forward to working with all of you moving forward. But my police summary report for April 2016. Police Department had 852 logged incidents and activities, and amongst those logged incidents and activities, there was 5 reports of thefts, 10 reports of harassment, 3 reports of disputes and civil matters, 7 reports of domestic violence, 4 reports of criminal mischief, 3 reports of burglary, 1 report of robbery, 2 warrant arrests, and 6 criminal and other arrests. Traffic violations that were cited. For moving violations, there were 18 issued. For non-moving violations, there was 35 issued throughout the month. Motor vehicle crashes within the jurisdiction, there were 17 this month, with 5 reported injuries, and 1 resulted in an arrest for a driving while intoxicated. That's my report for April.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you very much. That's great. I'm glad we have that report. It's a really great feature.
Yes. Yes, it is. All right. None of the other departments have a report. See
One
if-
more thing,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. Do we need to, on executive session item 1, do we need to authorize Katrina to do something, to write a letter, or no?
I don't think so. We didn't do it the last time.
I'm not aware.
I think we did the last time.
Yeah, can't hurt.
So, all right,
Okay.
so then I'll make a motion to authorize Katrina to write a letter based on our discussions for item 1, under executive. I'll need a second.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Need a vote?
Any discussion? Okay, vote.
Councilman Valcarro?
Yes.
Councilwoman McKee?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Pryor?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay, we did payment of bills out of order.
I don't think we voted to approve the department.
Oh. I'll take a motion to approve the department reports.
Motion.
Second.
There's no discussion, right? All right. Roll call, please.
Councilman Valcarro?
Yes.
Councilwoman McKee?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Pryor?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes. All right, so we did payment of bills. Last thing is audience participation. Motion to go into audience participation.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sir.
My name is John Betts. John Betts from 225 Red School Lane, Park. I deal with the Gravely Gardens Tents organization, and I noticed that you made an appointment tonight of Gail Hicks, so now there's Lloyd Huff and Gail Hicks are on the board, and Jimmy Gucci left. This year is going on forward, and from what I understand, certain duties of the rental building board, like updating and monitoring the rentals, haven't been quite kept up with. I'm wondering if there's some type of time limit on the lack of getting that done. And
how long is it until the rent leveling board starts functioning? And then you have the next rent leveling board meeting, maybe between Gail Hicks and Lloyd Huff. They could determine between each other who's going to do the updating and monitoring rent rolls and untimely manner, because they're approximately 6 to 7 months behind. And it's a very important thing. And I'm wondering, Katrina, is there any regulation on when these updates have to be done by, or within what period of time they have to be done by?
There isn't, but the more you get, the more backlog you get.
Yeah.
I did meet in February, I believe, with Lloydith, chairwoman, and went over some things with her, and she was working to get through them. I haven't spoken to her
Yes.
since that meeting, so I don't know how she's making out.
And then, Mr. Mayor, do you know when the next rent leveling board meeting will be? Will it be one soon, or do you think, or who calls that, you or Lloydith, or?
No, they're every 2 months,
Every 2
I
months.
believe,
yeah.
but March, where are we?
I don't have.
May
the
has
calendar.
been canceled and has yet to be rescheduled. Right?
Okay, all right, okay, Lois, Phyllis, I mean.
Close.
Okay, so,
Phil, would you follow up with Lotus and see them?
okay, that's an important thing to the
And let him
tenants of
know.
our community.
At the latest, there's another one in July.
Okay, July, and it should be done, it should be gotten to this then.
Is that the one? I thought was there one in May? Oh, there is one in May. The July was canceled.
Oh, so maybe there is one.
Okay,
I'll let you know.
Yeah, it's
okay,
the-
all
it's
right,
the-
okay,
Is it
Okay, now-
Wednesday?
No, it's the 19th.
now,
It's the third Thursday.
okay.
Third Thursday.
Okay, very good. I'll write that down, area. So, and then there's another thing coming up. There's a very important debate and back and forth conflict going on in the planning board. And I just think that there are things going on there that maybe somebody could approach the senator, state senator, and the state assemblyman and try to converse about the situation of the traffic build up on 22 that's potentially going to be there. And also at the same time, mention that those bridges that are on that curve are fairly old and they've been deteriorating pretty fast. So
I believe that the state is well aware of that. Is that
Okay.
correct, Paul?
okay,
Yes.
That's okay, fine. Then another suggestion is, it's an expensive suggestion, but it might be looked into. There were things that came up about that wildlife section of the Ingersoll tract, where there's going to be a building and there's going to be like I'll call it a conservatory, but it's not. It's just for wildlife. And there is no access from Lopatcong by foot. Possibly sometime within talking to the state or sometime in the far future, near future preferable, that a walkover bridge be put across the roadway system into the Ingersoll properties. That might be a potential thing. It's an expensive thing, but that might be a potential thing, because right now you've got the entirety of an apartment complex, you've got Climate Village, you've got Warren Heights North and the other Warren Heights. You've got very many people in there, and in my complex, there's more and more young people and more children are coming in. And access to that, like through that area, somewhere around the diner, over the roadways, into the, okay. All right, very good. And that's, I just want to say something about that. I didn't say it at the planning board, but I just want to mention it here.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just quickly, Paul, just to go back to the sidewalk thing, we're talking about if we get this grant money, we can look for areas that we would want to install sidewalks that are within 2 miles of our K-8 schools. Because I'm thinking that the road along Belvedere for the high school would certainly be within 2 miles to the middle school. My daughter gets bused from Country Hills now to the existing high school, which is much further down the road. So if we were to make that a possibility, that would grant access for so many children, at least from the Lopatcong side of Belvedere Road. And also that would grant access to the pool and the park, safe passage. Whenever I see kids in the summer walking up and down the side of that road, it makes me a bit crazy. So I think that would be.
We actually tried that several years ago, right where Red School Lane comes out onto Belvedere.
Right.
kind of that new house they're building in front, those three houses there, and those homeowners were adamant that they did not want a sidewalk. So we talked about
Right.
condemnation, but
Right.
you might have to go that route if those are still the
Yeah,
same.
it's just something that really changes the town for the kids who live in the communities. I mean, it really makes it a walkable town, which is something, I
Right.
think I'd like to consider. So that was just an idea, and I know you also mentioned
Yeah.
Red School Lane there.
And there's other
Yeah,
grants
that-
out there for the walkable.
The more opportunities we can get people to get outside and walk.
I
And
know.
people do take advantage of walking around our community. It's a little bit nerve-wracking to drive around Lopatcong because they don't walk on the sidewalks. Everybody walks their dogs in the middle of the street in Lopatcong. And it's like, you're like, whoa, another person with a dog in the middle of the street. So anyway, if we had good sidewalks, maybe there would be less near misses around town. So I just wanted to mention that. Also, the Environmental Commission is really excited about our rainbow workshop. We're crossing our T's and dotting our I's and getting that squared away. If you want information on that, it should be up on the Township website soon, or contact me. There's very limited space for the workshop. We can only get 25 barrels maximum. They are enormous, and we're already counting on the DPW to grab those donated barrels from Coca-Cola and bring them out here. So it's quite elaborate, and we've already got at least half of those spaces filled. So a rain barrel really is a really neat thing to have on your property. You can save money, can certainly reduce pollution, and conserve water. So those are very helpful. Those are very helpful features. So if you're interested, let me know so I can reserve you a spot right away. And I think that that's it. But quickly, just to go off of what Donna had said, I have also spoken to people around town. Somebody who lives in Overlook that called me up and said that they had a strange situation where a young kid had rung their doorbell and didn't have any information to offer when asking for them to sign the petition. So that is something that we need to look carefully at. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. I just wanted to, I'm Rainey Roncaroni, I'm representing the school district, and I wanted to give you an update. We have 28 days left, and the children will be out of school. They're happy. Parents might not be. But I just wanted the council to know what we have coming up. On May 10th, our next board meeting, we're going to be honoring retirees. We have 6 members retiring, and I'd like to welcome you to come to the meeting to help us. We also will be honoring our Teachers of the Year on May 10th. On June 7th board meeting, we will be honoring our LOPAC grads who will be receiving scholarships from the PTA and the LEA Association. So those 2 board meetings, if you are available, we welcome you. I also have invitations for the council members to come to our promotion, which will be on June 15th for our 8th graders going off to the high school. So I will leave them here for you. So.
Rainey, if you want to give mine to someone else, if there's limited space, you're welcome to give mine. I don't want to take an extra one since I'll be there already.
Right. Well, I'll leave it for you. And thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Douglas Mace, 98 Linfield Terrace. I'm just wondering, after our discussion last month about the utilization of funds out of the sewer utility fund for the municipal budget, how we're coming on terminating that procedure. I see we don't have a budget yet. I kind of expected a first reading, but you guys are still working on that. So.
Yeah, it's a goal. We need a little more time to massage the numbers.
What does that mean, Mr. Pryor?
Well, you know, I have had this discussion, and you know where my belief is.
I know where it is.
But we do not have the first cut at the budget yet.
Okay. All right, but we still have that as a goal.
I have it as a goal.
It's my goal as well.
Yeah,
Being on
I
finance
thought so.
committee.
I thought it was
Yes,
getting a lot of
absolutely.
yeses last.
Yeah. We too had that goal.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I have a second question. It's particularly interesting listening to some of the funding that you want to use for sewers tonight. I don't think I have to tell any of you that the trench repair on the Force Main on Baltimore Street, I have to rate, and I've had a long career in this kind of stuff, I have to rate as one of the worst I've seen. I'm never going to say the worst because you've always seen something worse, you know. That's a stretch.
On Baltimore?
On Baltimore,
It's not-
particularly the section from about, I'm not sure, but 4th, maybe
Yeah,
3rd
it's not
Street.
done yet.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know, because it's really, and I found it interesting as we're discussing sidewalks. I have, and I've noticed a lot of other people do, when I'm going west on Baltimore or Fred School, which I do a lot, I tend to pull over closer to the curb to avoid the trench. And if you're walking on that road, because all of you, I'm sure, know that there's a significant lack of sidewalks, there's a few pieces on the south side here and there. People that are walking legally should be walking to the east, so they're going to be on the side where myself and potentially other people are getting as close to the curb as we can. I don't think that's a very good situation. I would just suggest maybe if that's got to be repaired, there be some priority on it.
Okay.
Okay, that was it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ed Schuster, South Sixth Street. Before I get to this, a couple things I'd like to mention. I'm sure council all knows, I don't know if the audience is aware, Beth Dill's mother's passed away last night. So I'd just like to give condolences to her and the family. Second issue was Councilwoman Schneider. You accused the president of trying to get signatures here. That wasn't my problem, but you said, why would a resident lie? The resident wouldn't lie, but your council president would. Just bringing that out. The other issues, not issues, just statements for the mayor. Last month in the meeting, you were asked about your military service. Now, as ArtQuest is displaying banners, I talked to them this afternoon. It's about a 2x3 foot banner for each veteran. You're gonna have a banner with their picture and information. They're gonna be displayed from Memorial Day till when Music Fest starts. If you need somebody to contact, will be Nicole at ArtsQuest. She's the one that can take care of everything. Last month, you said you would probably, or you could, produce a copy of your honorable discharge.
I certainly can, if you want, and I really don't want to release it to
You
you
said that.
Because what you are doing is you're out there trying to collect signatures to get me recalled. You signed a petition to get me recalled, and you expect that I'll give you my military papers? I don't think so. I'm not going to do it. I've talked to my attorney, he says don't.
I'm going to read a statement, and you can decide what you want to do. You don't. So evidently, you don't have it tonight. That's what I was going to ask you. Do you happen to have it tonight? You were sent 7 or 8 emails since last meeting. Well, you just answered that. You're not going to do anything because you didn't answer any of those. Also, people talk out of the area. Anybody who's out of the area, you talk about Lopatcong, and you tell them you're from Lopatcong, what's the first thing they say? What the heck is going on over there? Now, I'm not putting any blame on anybody. That's not what this is about. But that's a reputation, unfortunately, that we have. People say, what the H is going on about there? And I'm not putting any blame on anybody because that's not what this discussion is about. That's just a reputation that we have, which is unfortunate. There's a lot of negativity go here. Now, I thought it would be nice, but evidently you're not going to do it, if we could get a banner for our mayor of Lopat. It would put a little feather in our cap, and I think you should be proud of it.
I don't think that's why you want to do it, and I'm not going to give you anything. All right?
That's
So
fine.
sit down.
You don't
I
think
don't hear it.
Why?
Because you're trying to recall me on, you don't even know me, and you're trying to recall me. I mean, look,
Okay. but
it's
the
just
la- the
absurd to even discuss.
Last thing I'm going to say, if you are a veteran, and I'm not saying you aren't, I don't know. If for some reason you are not, if you are not,
Right.
that is a terrible insult to all the veterans that have and are now serving
That's right,
in
that
this
would
country.
be. That's right, that would be. Marla?
Marlandic, 10 Byron Drive. You know, Mr. Schuster brought up a good point a moment ago. He said, you know, Ms. Schneider said, why would a resident lie? And his point was, well, why would a councilman lie? Well, why don't you guys consider doing an independent investigation into electioneering in the municipal building by people accused? I mean, we do special investigations for other things. This seems like a very serious situation. So I would suggest a special investigation may be in order, and that might settle the matter so we all know what's what. That's my recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Laurie?
Lori Chesler, 12 Meadowview Drive. Jennifer, just on your flyer, I know I had seen it out there, and I called Beth and asked why I hadn't gotten it yet to post, and she said she's waiting for the insurance approval. So once we get that, we'll put that up
Figure
there.
out why the township that will insure its own event, because we're the environmental commission, but they're want the DEP to insure the event.
Actually, well, not that I want to speak for Beth, but she did mention it's because somebody else is hosting it.
We're hosting it.
No, the person who's listed on
The
there.
AmeriCorps ambassador has submitted a letter that we're not liable
Okay,
for.
yeah, so once the
but we
insurance
should be
approves it.
insuring the event.
It's from the
insurance.
Yeah, once the insurance says okay, and then they can post it. That's why it's not up yet. For recreation, as you know, we have the Veterans Rally Point on May 29th. We did get some donations from ShopRite for food. We have another meeting next week, I believe, to go over some of the things. One of the things that Mr. Nixon is wants to happen here is that we use the rally point, that we use that pavilion. One of the things he's pushing for is a Music in the Park series. I had submitted to Janice my numbers for recreation, and that was included in there. So I don't know where you are with the budget, or if you have any idea, because he does want to try to announce what we're doing for the summer at the rally point at this date. So I can't book bands without any money. Really? Yeah. So I'm just kidding. I don't know if recreation was given any money, because I know I did ask for some. Do we have any idea yet? Will we know?
I can't see that it would be less than last year, right?
Well, you can't have
No,
less than zero.
I'm going to be honest, it's going to be another tight budget,
Yeah,
so I can't give you an answer yet.
Okay. I mean, are any other committees getting money?
As far as I'm concerned,
Okay. far,
no, it's going to be a
All
tight
right.
budget. It's going to be needs versus wants, so.
Because we'll try to get some free runs, and of course we'll try for donations, but I can't guarantee how much we can pull in. For the liaisons, this is for Council President Pryor. Now that you've done the second reading, would you be able to take a look at the website and let me know who belongs where?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, as far as, I know Beth's not here because her mother passed away. My condolences to her. What is the procedure for funerals? Because I know a lot of employees are probably going to want to go on the day.
Have to look in the manual, I guess. Maybe Phyllis could help us out with that.
Close the office for a couple hours, or if someone wants to go, it doesn't say.
It doesn't say anything.
Typically.
Last practice.
Yes.
For how long?
Couple hours.
A couple hours? Is there, do we know the viewing times yet?
11.
There is no feeling.
It's just a
Okay,
mass.
just a mass.
Mhm.
Okay.
The 11 o'clock on Monday and night.
So between 10:45 and like 11:15, like an hour and a half. That should do it?
That would be 12:50. 10:45, so, yeah.
To 12:15.
Okay, yeah.
Which you guys.
Okay.
got
Do we need to announce that or post it on the
I
website?
don't know, yeah.
Maybe we
have
could
to
send a
at least-
memo to everyone in case they don't look at the website. Can we
I
send an
know,
inter-office
yeah.
memo? If you could do that, Phyllis?
Maybe just, I would memorialize it with a motion, just so the employees know
Yeah,
that they may
Okay.
utilize it. They-
I'll make the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Ballhara?
Yes.
Councilwoman McCabe?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schneider?
Yes.
Council President Pryor?
Yes.
Mayor McKay?
Yes.
And where's that, at?
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's and Alpha. All right. Also for recreation, our community day, we were going back and forth with moving it, but we decided to stay with Saturday, August 27th, and the rain date will be August 28th. And then as far as the recall petition, to be eligible to vote in the state of New Jersey, you have to be 18 by the time of the general election. The law has changed. 17-year-olds can now register as long as they will be 18 by the general election. That's what you are now considered to be voter eligible. There is the statement on there that you have to check off if you did that.
as far as I know, Mr. Pryor is not soliciting any signatures whatsoever. And if we're going to challenge, there's a lot of challenges we could do here. And if you were actually attending some of the Warren County Republican committees that you belong to, you would know some of the kids that are involved.
Yeah, I had,
And if you
they
want
were
to
not,
challenge it,
yeah,
you
they were more than
actually-
that, Lori. They were much younger than 17.
Well, if you want to make challenges, at the next Republican committee meeting, I'll be making a challenge that you were a certified challenger for a Democratic candidate.
I was?
Yes, you were. I have the-
Nah, I wasn't. Yeah.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's over.